Welcome to Integrity Inspire, your daily dose of inspiration and motivation, featuring the bright and talented members of the Integrity Marketing Group family. Now, here's your host, Integrity co-founder and CEO, Brian W. Adams.
Good morning and welcome to the Inspire podcast today. I'm so glad to be with you today. As you know, a number of our Integrity family partners have really been started as family businesses, and we are joined by another great one today. Today we're joined by Mel and Paul Rose from Western Asset Protection, who just joined the Integrity family last week. And today we'll be able to hear from the chairman of the board, Mel Rose, and the CEO, his son, Paul Rose, to really learn about how they got into the business and how they built this amazing business at Western Asset Protection. The leadership at their company is absolutely committed to excellence at every point in their business and really serving and going above and beyond for their agents and agencies that work with them. And that will be obvious to you as you get to know them better today. Mel Rose bought the company in 1998 and was eventually joined by his twin son and daughter, Paul and Mary, and they built a booming family business unlike many others. Western Asset Protection was initially focused on long-term care, but recognizing that they could do more to help Americans in other ways, they transitioned the company to Medicare products as well. And since then, they have been recognized as a leader in distributing Medicare products, especially in the Southwest and Arizona, and they're continuing to grow nationally as well. It has been an honor to be able to watch and get to know the Rose family and really to get to know some of the best people in this business. And they reflect so many of Integrity's core values, like family, service, integrity, respect, and partnership. And you'll learn that as part of being able to get to know them better today. And so we are honored to hear from Mel and Paul today. And so welcome, guys, to the Inspire podcast.
Thank you. We're excited to be a part of Integrity because Integrity represents a lot of what we are, and that's why the partnership is so special. But I want to share something. My wife Mary and I have been together 45 years, and we've been in ministry together for almost 20, and now in business almost 25 years. And so we share a similar philosophy, and that rolls through everything that we do. And it's simply stated in 3 letters or 3 words, BGI, and that is to be and to grow and to inspire. So our mission in life is to be the most that we can be, to grow and learn and become everything possible, and then to inspire people. And so when you mentioned the Inspire podcast, I got excited about that because that actually reflects part of our mission and philosophy in life. And BGI really is defined, that's just philosophy, by 3 words that represent action. And those 3 words are that we treat every employee, every agent, and every insurance carrier and every vendor with kindness, dignity, and respect. And that's really a core value that we share. We've built our ministry and our business on that. And so just for background, I grew up 40 miles east of San Francisco. My wife Mary hired on as a musician at our church. We fell in love, got married, went down to Los Angeles where I was trying to we felt a call to ministry, and so I went to Los Angeles to get my undergrad studies, and I was a youth pastor and an associate pastor there. Our oldest son was born there, David, and then we moved up to Portland where I was working on my Master of Divinity degree. Began that. While we were there, our twins were born. Paul and Mary were born there, and also we were in business for 3 years. I had a janitorial business with 7 employees while I was trying to get my graduate studies done and be an associate pastor. And I didn't get very far in my education because I was trying to raise a family. We ended up moving to Iowa in '83. We were there 9 years. While we were there, both Mary and I pastored churches. We finished our Master's of Divinity degrees, and then we moved up in '92 to Upper Michigan, to Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where we both served churches. Mary worked on her PhD in preaching and communication, but we felt a different calling, and that calling was to not be in ministry anymore, but that we should still continue doing what we've always done. So we ended up moving to Arizona. We had a friend there. Mary got a teaching job there. By faith, we moved out there. I didn't have a career. And so got out there 2 months after being there, got in a motorcycle accident. And I had a closed head injury. I wasn't really doing real well. So I ended up in rehabilitation therapy. And because I was looking for a job, it was vocational rehabilitation therapy. And the therapist said, Mel, what do you like to do in life? I said, I love working with people and I love math. Next week she came back and said, all right, there's this insurance business that's hiring. Why don't you check it out? So I called, set up an appointment with the owner. The owner for 10 plus years had an agency where they were doing long-term care Medicare supplements. She had one employee. And it was only part-time, those 5 hours a day, no health insurance. And so I asked her, I said, I'm really looking for a career. What's your vision for the future? And she said, I don't have one. And I thought, man, that's weird. So I said, why don't you have a vision for the future? She said, because my husband and I are in a bitter divorce and he's trying to take my business away. I said, well, can I help you with having a future and a vision? She said, yeah. I said, then I'll join your company. So I did. A month later, she put me full-time, gave benefits. 2 months later, she made me the manager. And in '98, that was back in '95. When I started in '98, the business kept growing, and we needed help. My wife had been a teacher for 4 years, almost 5 years. So I asked her to come in and help organize the business for us. And that same year, the owner said to me, she said, you're really doing a good job here. I had hired a guy to do computers. We didn't have any computers at the time. So we started building things out. She said, you're my ticket to an early retirement. So long story short, July 1 of '98, we bought the business, and about that same time hired both Paul and Mary, our twin children.
Man, well, thank you very much for giving us that overview. It's amazing to see how people end up where they are today. And, listen, I believe that God has a plan for everything. But I really believe in hearing stories such as what you just talked about was it was just a plan that you've been able. Just think about how many people, thousands, tens of thousands of people's lives you guys have been able to help because you were willing to take that risk to become an owner of this business, and then what you've done and taken it to new levels, Mel, has just, you and Mary have just really exceeded any expectation I'm sure you all had. Whenever you started out, you said that you had these three letters, BGI. Can you go through those again just real fast for everybody? Because I think that was pretty profound.
Yeah, so it's BE, which is to become, grow, which is to learn and study and, again, continue to grow, and then finally inspire, to take that beingness and that knowingness and inspire other people to become more in their own journeys.
Wow. And so whenever we started this this podcast called Inspire, whenever COVID hit and we all, we had 1,000 employees at the time working in offices, and shortly thereafter, 3 days later, we had 1,000 employees working from home. Part of what we were talking about is just kind of how do we set up a call just to try to help people feel connected, right? And because it was different. I mean, it's still different in a lot of ways, but we wanted to make sure that people, felt connected, that they were, still part of the family. And we thought about a lot of different names. We were talking about, motivation, all those type of different things. And part of what we said during that time was it has to be more than just to motivate. It has to be something that is higher level. And we had this idea of inspire, because when you're inspired, you're able to accomplish way more than you could ever do on your own. And so that was the whole idea of us calling this podcast the Inspire Podcast. And what we find is people who are inspired can achieve great things, like you and Mary did, and then subsequently you guys bringing in your children who have really helped you take the business to the next level. And I was talking to somebody this last week after we made our announcement of Western Asset Protection joining the Integrity family, and they said that Paul Rose, your son, is, and I'm quoting, is the most knowledgeable person I know in the Medicare business, and he is all in all the time. And that's a great I think compliment to people. And I think especially whenever you think about your kind of purpose to be, to grow, and to inspire, what you and Mary were able to do to really be and become, as you've said, and then you've been able to grow your children in this business and grow a lot of amazing people, including Todd and others there at Western Asset Protection, and then to inspire people to kind of a higher level of service and to be able to achieve more than ever before has been pretty amazing to watch. And so to hear you kind of pull all that together, especially with kind of your own purpose with that BGI kind of statement, is pretty exciting. But Paul Rose is also on the phone with us, your son, and I'd love to hear, Paul, first of all, wasn't that a great compliment? That has to make you feel incredibly well. There's a lot of really smart people in the Medicare business that this individual knows, I know for sure, and but yet they said you were the most knowledgeable person that they knew, and all in all the time. And that's what I find inspired people are as well. So, Paul, thanks for joining us, man. We'd love to hear a little bit about your background and kind of how you guys have taken this business to the next level.
Sure. Thank you, Brian. Well, I'm humbled by that comment. I don't know if it's true. You know, we just stick our head down and put the work in every day. I'm 39 years old. On sort of in tandem with Mel's story. We ended up. I was born in Portland in 1980. I moved around with my parents, as my dad every 2 or 3 years would really prop up and support small churches throughout the country. We landed in a couple places in Iowa, landed in Upper Michigan, as you mentioned, and when we came down to Arizona really became home for me because we'd moved around so many years. Had an opportunity, right at about 18 years old, Mary and I, my twin sister and I, were hired in 1999 to come help my dad in his business. I didn't really understand that he bought a business at that time. Gave us a great chance to pay us well and teach us the business. And as I sit here and reminisce on where it all started in this small little office with essentially no technology, no computers, and doing long-term care insurance at 18 years old and helping 55 to 60-year-old insurance agents, it took a lot to learn and get some respect from 50-year-olds as a young man in the business that doesn't know anything, doesn't really have any skills, and just to learn, listen, watch my dad and my mom and the mentors that we had just work with us every year to develop those skills. And it's been a wild ride. 21 years, more than half my life I've been with the organization, helping it grow. I really landed in the Medicare side, the Medicare supplements we started doing years ago. Mary really took on the lead with the long-term care insurance, and we were in the right place at the right time for growth. Back in 2006, when the Part D and Medicare Advantage came out, that was our real chance to shine. We got some wholesale contracts right out of Phoenix, Arizona, and really just started to grind and learn and figure out what these plans were all about and really help agents, taking all those core values that that Mel talked about earlier, watching him demonstrate those to agents, agencies, carrier partners, it molded how we do our business. Treating those people with respect, kindness, having that integrity was always important to my dad and us. And we've had some really, really challenging years. We've had more amazing years than challenging, and it's been an incredible journey. We've become one of the leading distributors of Medicare in Arizona, and we do believe in teaching and training and really just doing our best for our people. So I'm humbled by that comment. We're extremely excited about our new partnership, and really, I think that goes into where we are today, and that's what's next. I think, my dad's 67 and looking for, the next phase of his life, which is getting prepared for retirement. And as we looked around for opportunities, partnering up with Integrity is a tremendous opportunity for us to take that next step in our family business. So we're extremely excited for the opportunity to partner up and see what we can really do over the next 5-10 years.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for sharing that, Paul. Listen, Mel, you've got to be so proud. Just hearing Paul talk there. I've got two young boys, and just thinking about they're only 8 and 6 now, but just thinking about where they'll be one day, and just the pride that I already feel with them just on basic everyday stuff. But seeing your kids achieve so much, and Mary's gone on to achieve so much in her career, has got to just be incredibly humbling, and it's just truly inspiring. And I think you said it really well in our video when you said that integrity is at the core of everything you guys do, and now you're able to be part of Integrity as part of the Integrity family. We're so humbled and honored to be part of Western Asset Protection, the next phase of growth. What inspired you, Paul or Mel? What inspired you to really start looking for a partner and adding a partner to the company? And how did you land on joining in with us at Integrity?
Well, I really have always talked about succeeding the business to Paul and Mary. That's what I've always planned on doing. But what ended up happening in the last 4 or 5 years is the business just kept growing exponentially. Paul and Mary appointed them co-CEOs in 16, and they put together just an incredible leadership team. So the business that you see and the success that you see really was done by Mary and Paul and the leadership team. So they deserve all the credit and kudos for doing an incredible job. Mary actually left the business to start her own business, even though she owned stock in the company. She just felt led to go her own direction. So she's a successful business consultant, which is really exciting. 6 months after she left, she replaced her income. That's pretty impressive. And but we appointed Paul co-CEO a year and a half ago when Mary left. And really the leadership team we have is phenomenal, and the employees we have are phenomenal. And they get the credit, Brian. Kudos to them. But why did I choose you? I chose you because the business became so valuable that I couldn't succeed it to Paul and Mary anymore. It became too valuable for them to buy me out. They'd done too good a job, and actually they ended up creating the scenario where I needed to find a business partner that could really acquire us. And Integrity just was the solution for us in terms of the core values, in terms of experience. The partners that you have acquired so far, besides the incredible team, and we've got to know Thomas Arts, they're just phenomenal. They are first class, and you've acquired some unbelievable companies we've known for a lot of years. And if they joined you and trusted you, it's pretty awesome. And Brian, we're even starting to like you.
Well, I hope to get you to like me more. over time. I'll try to keep working on that, my friend. Well, so Paul, I know this was a big step for you. I mean, you had done such a great job, and we've seen this with a lot of our businesses that we've partnered with. Is the business has become so valuable that it's hard for the next generation to acquire it, and it's one of those things that by partnering you can kind of get the best of all worlds as part of this. What are you excited about being part of Integrity?
Well, I got to say, just the transition where you have this idea in your mind, 5-10 years into your career, 5-10 years ago, you really don't know where it's going to land. You know you're going to build it up. And for my dad, I think a big thing for Mary and I was to build it up and do something great. It just means the world to me. And to serve our employees, because they're everything to us. We wouldn't be where we are. Mel says it's the leadership team, and really it's everybody at our organization that helps us grow is how this is possible. I'm excited about the friends and colleagues that I've had. One of the most exciting things, so as we were doing our homework, as Mel said, as it became too valuable to look for an organization to partner with so we could, partner up and accomplish all the things that we wanted to, we did look at multiple organizations and their philosophies, their core values, their everything they've got to offer, and Integrity just had everything we were looking for. The most exciting thing I'm excited about is the people. I know Joanne Ray, Senior Marketing Specialist, very well, Ryan Kimball, Agent Pipeline, Jill Henderson, Nishlas and Fleming. The list goes on with people that I've come to admire in the organizations they've built. I see them at the FMO conferences, at the big carrier meetings, and we're always chatting and talking about it. And in the last couple of years, these people I've worked with or come to respect greatly have chosen to partner with Integrity. And so to hear their journeys and story and why they made those decisions, and that multiple people have made that decision to partner with Integrity, to me the most exciting thing will be the day that we fly in together and learn from each other. There's so much to learn in this business. I respect them greatly, and I look forward to participating in the Medicare Council and learning and helping diversify. And I'm excited also about unique product offerings, product diversification, and just overall some operational tools and people and services that'll be available to us to scale for growth. So those are the things I'm probably most excited about leaning into the next couple of years.
Wow. Well, I can tell you from the feedback we've gotten, and you heard them last week whenever we introduced this partnership. Our partners are incredibly excited to partner with you and also learn from you. And so this is going to be a lot of fun to be able to do this and to really see how good we can all become together. And so, guys, I'm getting blown up. I got to read a couple of text messages. I got a text message from David McNerney. He said, "Huge win for the entire Integrity family. Western Asset Protection is an amazing group. Can't wait to work with them." Got another one from Bill Correa at Nishlas and Fleming that said, "This is a great addition. These are awesome guys. Paul is one of the most creative and smartest guys in our entire business." That's saying a lot, Paul. From Bill Correa. Bill Correa's never said that about me. Let me just be clear. So that says a whole lot. Anthony Chapman just said, "Love this partnership," and we've got a lot of others. I also asked Mike Wingate, one of the co-founders of Integrity and the founders of Premier, as well, to join us today. I know you guys worked with Mike and Premier guys for a long time, or known them for sure. So I asked Mike to join us as well. Mike, you there with us?
I sure am. Mary, Paul, and Mel, so excited to have you guys on the team. Integrity really is a partnership of friends and family, and it's very exciting to have another family organization join the Integrity family. So I've always enjoyed visiting with you guys at carrier meetings, and now looking forward to the opportunity to partnering together and learning from each other. So welcome aboard. A very exciting day for all of us.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I got Joanne Ray as well. Man, the whole McNerney group is blowing me up. I just got this from Dan McNerney. He said, fantastic. This group is as classy and as professional as they come. So proud to have them in the family. Joanne, all your partners, we just got an out here from Bobby, but all your partners are raving about it. And so I'd love for you to welcome them to the family as well.
Absolutely. Well, can you hear me okay, Brian?
Absolutely, yep.
I'm so excited to see your guys' name, and this is such a full circle moment for us. We've worked together side by side for a lot of years, and I'll never forget the first time we came to visit your office. I think you had 6, 7, 8 maybe staff members, and then the next time we came to visit your office, not even probably a year later, you had 3 and 4 people to an office because you had grown so much, and each and every year continue to grow by doing things the right way and treating people the right way, and just everything that everybody's already said as far as first class. Some of my favorite people, literally not just in this industry, but you guys are just some of my favorite people. I can't wait to finally be family with your family, and just could not be more proud. You're going to love this. And Paul, I know you and I have talked about this secretly before, so you're good at keeping a secret. You're very good at keeping a secret. I had no idea, but I'm so glad you're a part of this family now, and can't wait to see what it will do to your organization and your company, but as importantly, what you guys bring to the entire industry and to the entire Integrity platform. So welcome to the bigger family now, and I just could not be more proud to have you guys as partners. Welcome, welcome.
Paul and Mel, thank you so much for trusting Integrity. You guys have built an incredible business there at Western Asset Protection. We think that combined, we're going to build something really exceptional together, and we're so honored to have family businesses like yours join the Integrity family. And so on behalf of all the partners and all the employees and owners here at Integrity, we want to welcome you guys again to the Integrity family. Thank you again for trusting us. Let's go, just as you said, Mel, as you started out, let's BGI. Let's be and become. Let's grow and inspire and see what all we can achieve together. So thank you very much for joining us today on this Inspire podcast. It has been a blessing and a lot of fun to have you on here today. And can't wait for all of us to be able to get together and celebrate together soon. I just want to say that this is an important time in American history as well. And we have an election process that is such an incredible honor that Americans get to be part of. And so whether you're Republican or Democrat or independent or whatnot, honestly, what I would just encourage you to do is, if you haven't already, just get out and vote. We get to exercise this right that we have here at Integrity, as Americans, that we get to get out and have a say in what our country becomes. And so, again, regardless of the differences, one of the things I know is that the sun will come up, regardless of who wins, regardless of the position that you have. But we get to have a say as Americans in this important time in our country's history. And so tomorrow you get the opportunity to go out and vote. And so, like I said, if you haven't already done so, man, make sure that you get to exercise that right as an American citizen and be part of the process. I've always said you can't complain if you're not trying to help solve the problems. And so, again, regardless of your affiliation, your beliefs, your candidate of choice, man, I just encourage you to get out and be able to take time, even if you're late to work tomorrow, whatever it takes, man, go and exercise your right to vote. It's an incredible right that we all get to have, and we should never take for granted. So certainly I encourage you to do that. Hope everybody has a great day today and a great week. I want to thank everybody again. I want to thank Paul and Mel Rose for joining us, for the incredible leadership that you guys have at Western Asset Protection, and for joining the Integrity family. Hope everybody has a great week, though. God bless you all, and we'll talk to you soon.